Good morning. So, what do I believe right now? Where am I in my journey? I often say the Peter that met Jesus, met the living God back in 1993, 7th of Feb 1993. If he had met the Peter of today, what are we? February the 14th, 15th, I think, in 2022. If they had met each other, that Peter would have called this Peter a heretic. Because over the years in your relationship with Jesus, in your relationship with God, he starts to actually cleanse you, change you, transform you, get rid of all the junk that was holding you. That's why Jesus said, Satan has nothing in me. There was nothing there that could touch him. And we're joint heirs with Christ because he's already done that for us. But the whole purpose in life is to get back your true identity, to restore who you were meant to be in the first place. And it's exciting. It's an adventure. It's a beautiful adventure. It's 29 years now of excitement. Well, where are we going next? And I watch this whole thing, happening right across the earth. And I believe where we are now is back in the times is exactly the same as what it was in 70 AD. Where you had the religious club, so to speak. And I was obeying all laws and obeying this and doing that. They had, 600 something laws you had to obey. And the poor were getting treated harshly. You had the rich Pharisees. It's no different. It's the same thing that's happening today. And so what I believe, when Jesus came, he came to set the record straight. He came to show the religious laws and all the stuff that was a stench in the nostrils of God was not it. That's why he called them brood of vipers, serpents, snakes, and all the rest. Because what the actual, you want to call it the church in those days, the synagogue, whatever you want to call it, they turned it into a religion instead of a relationship. And I believe in this time right now where we are, I believe we've done the same thing. I believe we've turned Christianity in the church into a religious bunch of rules and laws and, the innie and the outie club. But that was never what God wanted to do. You see, when that happened, when that temple was destroyed, he scattered all the believers right through. And the plan was to scatter them right through the earth. So when Christ went to that cross, when he was murdered on that cross, what was that about? Well, here's what I believe. When he went to that cross, it was to show love. Because they were stuck in their laws and all the rest, and laws and everything else wanted to murder Christ, wanted to put love to death, wanted to shut him up and snuff him out. But unless a grain of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains the same. So when they murdered him on that cross, death could not hold love down. You see, love is the most powerful force in the universe. That's already been established. So the love of Christ, the love of the Father, resurrected Christ and resurrected us all with him. That's why the Bible says that we're joint heirs with Christ. We have everything he has. That's why the fullness of the Godhead dwells on the inside of us. You see, what we need to understand is our minds are caught up in lies from the world, brainwashings, things that have become traditions we've held and we've walked with for years that are absolutely nonsense. We've been stuck with this stuff for so long that we don't know up from down, SH from clay. I better not say that, but you know what I'm saying. We've been stuck with this stuff. We've been brainwashed into the innie and the outie club. We do the same thing over and over and over and expect a different result. But I'm telling you, I believe the Spirit of God is destroying these structures and taking us back out amongst the people again. Not being the innie and the outie club. It's, the Great Awakening, bringing people into life, helping people to find their identity through Christ. And that's how you're going to find it. We got a whole world of people that are terrified of each other, put on a big tough thing, I'm scared of no one, and the fact is, I've said many times, the world is a stage, as Shakespeare said. Everyone in it's an actor. Because they don't want people to see the true identity of who you are. But when you meet Christ, when you meet him, he starts to dismantle all that stuff. He gets a surgeon's knife deep on the inside of you through love and starts to dismantle all the lies that were there, deconstruct everything that you thought was real, and bring you into love and truth and identity. And, perfect love casts out fear. So you don't walk around in fear. You walk around if you're a man, a true man. You walk around if you're a woman, true woman. He starts to bring back who you were called to be in the first place. You see, you're wired, like it or not, with the DNA of heaven. You're already encoded with that. You're a word made flesh sent forth for a time such as this. But the enemy has messed that up. And that's why we need the presence of God. That's why we need Christ, because he starts to actually bring back who we were called to be in the first place. And if you don't engage with him, spirit to spirit, mouth to mouth, kiss to kiss, whatever you want to call that, and let that river of living water flow through you and heal you, you're not ever going to find out who you are. I've seen people 70, 80 years old that are still walking around clueless like a little child and don't really know who they are. I hear it all the time. You can have someone that's 20, 25 years old, full of the revelation, love and goodness of God, and walking around in who they are because they know their identity. And you're only going to find that through Christ. Have a great day, everyone.